Hi. So I thought I'd share this. This is some kind of interesting video footage. I had a bit of a panic attack. I was working on a actually just kind of a chill video without using any of the mods, but I forgot I had the mods that I've been using still active, and they can clash in some weird ways. I've got the Seamoth hover module by Mr. Jumpscare, and then the roll control and the third person, both created by Mickjaw. And so what you're seeing here is I had decided to go into free cam mode while I was in third person view, and that is a major no-no. You can see what I'm doing right now is I'm like panicking, and I'm trying to just quit the game, which actually is not going to change the settings in the mods. It would bring me right back in. But each time I clicked quit here, it would just cancel out. It wouldn't detect the click on the button. I have managed to completely hose even the HUD, even the game HUD. So here I am back in the game, and I'm going to basically swim towards the Seamoth. I haven't quite figured out yet my problem. And the problem is that somehow I've got the third person, and I really apologize. This audio is a really bad recording. I'm just recording on my phone. I don't have my new mic hooked up yet. Okay, so I'm coming in here to see where the heck is my Seamoth. Can I swim to it? So I'm pulling out the Sea Glide and getting some really weird behaviors with the Sea Glide. And that's because I've got third person mode on. And actually it's got two different modes. It's got the normal following your movement along mode, but then it has a temporary secondary mode which lets you choose a distance, set the distance from the camera to the focal point, which would either be the Seamoth if you're in it, or our character if he's not in the vehicle. So in this case, I've got myself into this distance setting mode, and I'm trying to get to the Seamoth, and I don't know if you can notice this, but look at the meter count. The meter count keeps going down. So as I get closer to my Seamoth, it's pushing away from me. I don't even know what's up or down at this point. And so I'm going to give it another good old attempt without the Sea Glide, because for some reason I think just swimming directly to it's going to work better. Maybe the Sea Glide's hosed. That's not it. I still haven't figured it out yet. I don't need a beacon. Get my flashlight out so I can see, and I see that I'm pushing it away, and I'm pushing it away, and I'm pushing it away. So what's going on here? I also have the hover mod on, and even though I haven't used it for quite a while now, when you restart the game, it will turn on automatically, and it has two modes, fly mode, and it has hover mode. And I've got it in hover mode. And so basically hover mode is kind of in a activated state here. And it's hovering away from me as I swim towards it. And so you can see the moon, one of the moons. We're hitting the surface of the water here. Bam. So now it's floating in the sky. We're going to back up. I'm going to look at it. And I think about here is when I realize, hey, I'm still in this bizarre kind of free cam, and I'm in distance. Yeah, the light bulb's starting to go on. I've got this distance mode happening with the third person, so I'm going to try to adjust the distance. I'm going to shoot forward. And actually, this is really good to know, because this is not the first time I've done this to myself. You shoot forward, and that's setting the distance, but you don't stop just when you hit your target. So you can just keep going forward to infinity. So I gave up on that, and now I'm going backwards. And great, there we go. I found my target. Well, that kind of reminds me how I learned to swim. But that's another story involving a life preserver and flipping upside down in the pool like a moron. Anyhow, we are back to the close zoom up. And I'm going to try to get out of that mode. Okay, yeah, this is the hover mode. There is some odd clipping that happens when you tilt the angle of the camera up. I think you got to keep it down, otherwise you'll get this. So when you're using hover mode and you're filming, keep the angle down and it'll look better. So I'm looking at my Seamoth. To take it out of hover mode, I just need to hit the button P. P as in Paul. So let's do that. Any second. There we go. Hover off. And we now dropped it back down into the water. So finally I can get back to my Seamoth. Still obviously in third person mode. I can go ahead and hop back into it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And that's a normal mode of the Seamoth. If I hit the P, I've just hit the B button. It's popped hovering on. I've got it at the default max height of like 25 meters. I think it goes up to 50 meters if you want. Look at that animation. Look at that little flap on the right side of the Seamoth. It's so cool. Yeah, I've never even known these things happen. So at this point, I'm kind of back in business. I somehow need to get back down to the creepy cave that I was going to shoot a video in. Before I shoot that video, I'll have to go in and I'll have to disable that hover mod, which you can dive back down underwater even though you've got the hover mod on, which is what I did here. I didn't turn it off, and that was my mistake. I forgot to turn the hover mod off. So yeah, heading down to the cave, going to shoot that video. It's not going to hover. It's just going to be a relaxing video. Back to those. Thanks for watching. I hope you got a kick out of it. I thought it was kind of funny once I figured out what I'd done and got it fixed. All right, we'll see you in the next one.
Hi, so I thought I'd show you real quick what we can do to prevent the conflicts. I'm going to go to Mod Manager and I'm going to make sure if I mess up and use free cam and third person together and get my distance all hosed, I'm just making it worse if I have the Seamoth hover mod on. It was floating away from me, so let's disable that. Now when I apply changes, it's going to restart the game, so I'm going to stop this recording and pick back up after I've restarted. Okay, we are back. I'm going to hit Mod Manager. I'm going to come in and just confirm. We can see it's grayed out, Seamoth hover disabled, so that's good. We can go ahead and hop into the game. So that at least keeps the Seamoth from floating away from you once you're in this bizarre, messed up camera state.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And again, we got into that state because what I was doing is I was in third person view, and then I went into free cam mode, and yeah, I just actually that E just exited it, but notice I'm still in third person mode, and if I hit free cam, I brought up my tablet. You could do some weird things. Already my controls, I can move up and down but not left and right. I am going to, I need to hit tab to get out of that. I'm going to delete that. I do not want to go into free cam. You want to make sure you're either doing third person mode or hop out of it and then do free cam. If I can type. Alright, now I'm in free cam. Unfortunately, his head doesn't always render. I have been able to get it to render. Yeah. Not this bug. I'm on my own. So, yeah, this is free cam mode. Use that or use third person, but don't use both. And I'll do a tutorial going into their settings and how to control them and my setup for that. Yeah, there's no way to prevent that collision in the mod manager. You just have to know to use one or the other mod. Don't use both, or you're gonna have a lousy afternoon.
You're likely to have a lousy afternoon.
All right, thanks for watching, and have a great day.
Nothing at all.